They have been watching you for months. I need you to sit with that for a second because I don't think you have heard it properly yet. Not watching in scary way, not the kind of watching that should make you lock your door. Watching the way a person watches the sky before a long trip, every morning, every evening, checking the clouds, checking the wind, waiting for one clear day. That's what is been happening quietly for months. And this week, the weather changed. You have probably noticed something small lately. A message that came at an odd hour. Someone who knew a little detail about you that you don't remember telling them. A person who showed up somewhere they had no real reason to be, and you told yourself it was nothing. You always do that. You always made yourself the crazy one first. You are not making this up. You have probably noticed 3 or 4 things. The way one person goes quiet when you start talking, like they're saving your voice for later. The way they ask a question they already know the answer to, just to hear you say it. The way they remember one small thing you mentioned months ago and hand it back to you like a gift. That is not an accident, that is real. That is real. I know how that sounds, I do. But you have felt it, haven't you? This strange feeling of being known by someone who barely speak to. You will be in the middle of an ordinary day, paying for something, walking home, washing a cup, and this quiet thought arrives. Someone is thinking about me right now, and then you laugh at yourself and put it away. Stop putting it away. Here is the thing about you. You have spent your whole life being the one who pays attention. You notice who is tired, you notice who went quiet, you hear the small change in someone's voice before they say a single word about it. And because you are always the one watching, it never once crossed your mind that someone could be watching you back with the same care for a very long time. Let me be really specific. Here is what nobody tells you. People move fast on the things they can afford to lose. Think about it. Someone will message a person they don't care about at 2 in the morning. They will push, they will ask, they will disappear, they will come back. It's cost them nothing, so they risk nothing. But when something matters, when it really matters, they slow down, they get careful, they start counting the cost. Slow is not cold, slow is careful. This person got careful about you. Let me be really specific about what those months actually looked like from their side. 100 small moments of nearly typing something and then deleted it, nearly walking over and turning away at the last second, nearly saying your name in a conversation and choosing a safer word instead. To you, it looked like nothing was happening at all. To them, it was the loudest year of their life. Think of a specific moment. Maybe it was a Tuesday evening. You were somewhere completely ordinary. A shop, an office, a family thing. You were tired, your hair was not right, and you were not performing for anybody. You said something small and honest. You laughed at your own joke. You moved on in about 2 seconds. They did not move on. That was the evening it started, not the day they met you, the night they saw you when you were not trying. And here is what most people don't understand. These months were not empty. It looks like waiting from the outside, from the inside it's building. They have been quietly building a version of themselves that could stand in front of you and not fall apart. Because they know one thing about you and it's bigger than they can say. You can't be lied to. They know a smooth line won't work on you. They know charm slides right of you. They know you would feel a fake sentence in your chest before it even finished. So they could not come to you half built. They had to come with something true or not come at all. And here is another thing nobody tells you about being watched by someone serious. You become their weather. They check on you the way sailors check the sea. Are you happy this week? Are you tired? Is someone standing close to you? Did you post something that sounded lighter than last month? They are not collecting information. They are waiting for the day the water goes calm enough to push the boat out. And then something shifted. Not in them, in you. Somewhere in the last few months you got quieter about your own life. You stopped explaining yourself in long messages. You stopped chasing people who answered slowly. You started saying no, thank you without a paragraph attached. You got tired in a way that turned into peace instead of turning into begging. You have not become someone different. You just stopped hiding. And that changed everything for the person standing on the shore. Because someone who is done performing is very hard to look away from. They saw you settle into yourself. They saw the door of your life quietly closing on the people who used to waste your time. And they understood something. If I keep waiting for the perfect day, I am going to stand here and watch someone else sail. That is what changed. Not their feelings, their clock. Something in them quietly ran out of road. Now, let me tell you what else is happening around you because you should know. Other people feel it too, and they don't like it. There is someone checking your page far more often than they would ever admit. Someone replaying a short conversation you had looking for the exact moment they lost you. And someone comparing themselves to you in the car, in the shower, at midnight and coming out of it feeling small. They are not upset about something you did. They are upset that you stopped needing them. You will see it in small strange ways. A cold replay, a joke that is not a joke, a person who suddenly appears again after months just to check that the door is still open. That is not love. That is a hand reaching into a room to see if it's really empty. They are not reacting to who you are. They are reacting to what you are showing them about themselves. Let them look. Let them wonder where you went. Let them talk. Let them decide you have changed. You have gone distant. You have become different. You have. That is the point. You don't have to explain your quiet season to anybody. You don't have to keep an old door open just because someone once walked through it. You don't have to warm up a room for a person who left you cold in it. That is not your responsibility. It never was. You are not being cold by taking your time. You are being wise. Let the ones who left stay gone. Let the room stay quiet. You have spent years being the safe place where everybody else put their feelings down and nobody ever once asked where you were putting yours. You get to stop doing that now. You get to be the one who is chosen carefully instead of always being the one doing the careful choosing. And you don't have to be ready for the one who is coming either. I mean that you have been carrying this idea that you need to be further along, calmer, prettier, more sorted out, less tired, like there is a finished version of you that people are allowed to choose. Let that go. They did not fall for the finished version. There is not one. They fell for the used one, the tired one, the one who laughed at her own joke in a show with no idea that anybody was watching. You're not being difficult. You're being clear. Those two things look the same from the outside, and they are not the same thing at all. So, here is what is coming. The watching part is ending. The part where someone studies you from a safe distance is closing, and the part where they actually speak is opening. It will be smaller than you imagined. It usually is. A message that says slightly too much for the hour it was sent at. A question that is not really a question. A person standing in front of you with a shaking voice saying something honest with no plan at all for what happens next. And when it comes, please, don't shrink it. Don't explain it away as a coincidence, the way you are quietly explained away every good thing that has ever walked toward you. When it comes, you don't have to answer quickly. You never have to answer quickly. Let them be the brave one. That is their job now, not yours. Your job was to keep living while they got their courage together, and you did that beautifully. New people are arriving, new doors are opening. Some of this quiet you have been living in was never a punishment, it was the water going calm. You have already chosen this. You choose it every time you refuse to chase. Every time you let a slow person stay slow. Every time you sat with your own company instead of accepting less that you deserve. This is your moment to stay exactly where you are and let someone finally come the whole distance to you. They have been watching the sky for months. Today it's clear. Love you. Watch the water.